This segment is sponsored by Alice Law. We all work extremely hard and do everything we can to create a better future for our loved ones. However, when it comes to protecting and preserving our hard-earned wealth, we suddenly become uncomfortable with the topic. Well, this discomfort leads us to inaction. We never get around to planning. So let's get you started by debunking some common myths around that planning. Tim Alice is here from Alice Law to do the honors. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Catherine, good to see you again.
It is good to see you. Let's do some myth busting, shall we?
Sounds great.
Myth number one is that folks think I don't need an estate plan because I'm not rich. There isn't much to deal with here. Myth?
Oh, big time myth. There are so many more reasons to plan other than just the money side of things. It actually has more to do about your stage of life than it is about how much money you have. So every stage of life requires planning. If you have young kids, what's going to happen to them upon your death? If you own a house or a business, or you have life insurance or a retirement account, you need to have a conversation about your estate plan. What's going to happen to all that stuff? Who will it benefit after you die? And one thing you should note here, the families that plan well actually keep their money generationally, no matter how much is left behind for future generations. Approaching estate planning with intention can actually financially benefit your children and future generations. And it doesn't matter how much money you have.
And who wouldn't want that for their kids? All right, let's go to myth number two. It is, I don't need to create a plan. My kids will figure it out after I'm gone. It's not that complicated.
Sure. Well, the media has provided plenty of examples where this is actually not true, right? So you think of the death of Michael Jackson a long time ago, and more recently, the founder of Zappos and actor Chadwick Boseman. Those are just some very public examples of what chaos you can leave behind if you fail to plan properly. But the bottom line here is, with no plan in place, family members generally are going to fight about things, and generally things won't end well. So many people actually have the goal of preserving family relationships after they're gone. And with no plan, you're leaving this to chance. So you really need to put a plan in place. It's an act of love, to be honest with you. If people come into my office and they say, hey, I don't care if I avoid probate. Why do I have to spend money with you and do this? My kids can just figure it out. Well, you know what? They're never going to be my friend because they don't care about their family. And that's the honest truth.
Yeah. Well, let's do myth number three. And it is also, I can do this myself, create a will online. There is the ability to do that because a plan is a plan is a plan, right?
Yeah, maybe. See, you can create a plan online, but it's not recommended. The bottom line for us here is our clients they're seeking confidence that they did the right thing for their family. So remember that every family is unique and it depends on their circumstances or where they are in life, that stage in life we talked about earlier. And I can tell you that really the easy part of planning is creating the documents themselves. The hard part is to know what you actually have to put in them and what really matters. And so good planning requires good lawyers who ask great questions of a personal nature and then document the plan. Online platforms, they just simply can't do this. And on the flip side of that, what we find when somebody dies and they've done an online, it requires more time to settle it, more money, and other resources are spent to take that estate and transfer it to the next generation. So in our firm, we have a whole department that helps families settle estates. And we know this very well. If it was done online, we're generally going to see some problems. So the bottom line is are you confident in your web-based estate plan? And generally the answer is no. So if you miss something important, you don't know it. And so whenever we handle somebody, they come in and they say, Tim, I did a plan online. We're just not confident in it. And that's why we're here today. So that's just what our experience has been.
Well, folks, don't leave it to chance. Get going on the planning now. Alice Law can help you do it. Check them out on their website. It is alicelaw.com. You can make an appointment there. Tim, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Catherine. Thanks.